What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including this is when the Bloodline story will end, or is it just the beginning? Triple H is watching you. Has the WWE star been quietly released? Fans upset with Cody Rhodes? An injured WWE superstar return update, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at when the Bloodline storyline will actually end. On top of today's news is a report that the WWE already has a major match planned for Survivor Series. Wrestling fans have seen how Survivor Series has become a place to resolve feuds with the highly popular War Games match, and now Pro Wrestling Nexus is reporting that the WWE currently has the Bloodline vs. Bloodline penciled in for this year's War Games. The report mentioned the story of the Roman Reigns and the new Bloodline will culminate in a War Games match at WWE Survivor Series 2024. Wrestling fans have speculated that the WWE would book their two warring factions into a War Game match ever since Solo Sikoa made it evident that he was assuming control of the Bloodline. The real question is now who will get involved in the match and whether it will be a 4-on-4 match or a 5-on-5. Solo's Bloodline currently has 4 members, but rumor has it that a 5th member could join the group. Some fans believe that Jey and Jimmy Uso will help out Roman and former honorary Uso Sami Zayn, and as for the 5th teammate, many are speculating that it'd be Cody Rhodes coming to the aid of Roman Reigns. Some fans are also curious whether a War Games match involving the Bloodline will settle the feud, or whether the rumored Roman Reigns vs Solo Sikoa match at WrestleMania 41 will still take place. While some feuds have ended at War Games, there have been exceptions. Do you think the Bloodline storyline should end at Survivor Series? Let us know in the comments down below. However, is the Bloodline saga barely beginning? As some recent comments from Paul Heyman have fans buzzing, as Roman Reigns' tribal chief recently spoke with Sam Roberts at the WWE Fanatics event in New York City about where things stand with the WWE Supergroup. Heyman reminded Roberts of a baseball analogy he gave where he claimed the Bloodline saga was only in the 3rd inning out of a possible regular 9 innings. I cannot imagine someone coming in this era and saying, yeah, I've seen enough of the Bloodline, enough of them. That's alright, Roman, thanks a lot, see you later. Some people tried to rail me over the coals last year like, oh, Paul Heyman said that they're only in the 3rd inning, what a jerk off Paul Heyman is. Some fans were irked by Heyman's comments due to their dissatisfaction with what they felt was a boring title reign for Roman Reigns and one that had overstayed its welcome. However, Heyman seems to stand by his previous comments, saying, I've got news for you, I don't think we're in the 3rd inning yet, and now that you see the emergence of Solo and Jacob Fatu and the Tongans, and then the fact that they are a real threat, the first time a real threat to Roman Reigns' dominance, to Roman Reigns sitting at the head of the table, to Roman Reigns being the top star, to Roman Reigns actually being the tribal chief, how many stories can we tell from the position that we're in now? The WWE Universe is enjoying the current story of Solo Sikoa taking the Bloodline over, and as we just saw, the WWE is apparently making big plans for the storyline later this year. Next up, a WWE Superstar return update. Now it's time for an update on Charlotte Flair's recovery and a possible return date following the injury she suffered last December while wrestling Asuka on SmackDown. Flair suffered some nasty injuries, including tears to her ACL, MCL, and meniscus. The Queen went under the knife and has been rehabbing for some time. Flair recently uploaded a video of her training in the ring, leading to some fans thinking she'd return at SummerSlam. While that didn't happen, PW Insider reports that Flair is expected back in November. Skeptical fans may wonder whether the WWE is leaking misleading information to keep the WWE Universe in the dark about an actual return date. While that's possible, they also may want to ensure that Charlotte doesn't return until she's 100%. Fans have seen more than one wrestler return from injury only to get sidelined shortly thereafter. Seth Rollins and Dakota Kai are 2 examples, and while their injuries may be coincidental, the alarming number of injuries in wrestling, both in WWE and AEW, have raised concerns about whether something needs to be changed at a systematic level. Next up, has a WWE star been quietly released? Speaking of injuries, WWE superstar Asuka is also recovering from an injury, but contrary to some wild rumors, the WWE has not quietly released the Empress of Tomorrow. PW Nexus tweeted, Asuka has not been silently released by WWE, contrary to some of the recent rumors floating around. She's been out with a knee injury, which myself and Sean Rossap confirmed a couple of months ago. She is not expected back on TV this year. A PW Insider story notes that Asuka is on the WWE's miscellaneous roster, and why anyone would believe WWE would release one of its top female talents quietly is just baffling. Next up, you're being watched by Triple H. A new story from PW Insider is showing just how much Triple H listens to the fans as opposed to Vince McMahon, who seem to ignore them. PW Insider's Mike Johnson was asked how much, if any, stock Triple H puts in the fans' reaction, commenting, I would like to think Paul Levesque is a lot more receptive and understanding of what the audience wants, and I do believe, from what I understand, that he pays very close attention to what the audience wants, not just live, but also based on social media feedback. I've been told there are many times where he's scrolling through Twitter from the gorilla position at the broadcast and paying very close attention to what the audience is doing and reacting to as the shows are going on the air. While it's unlikely Triple H makes any immediate changes during the show, a bad habit Vince McMahon reportedly was well known for, it appears he's taken their reactions into consideration, which may explain why so many more fans seem to be behind the WWE product than before the game took over creative. Next up, where's Stephanie Vaquer? If you're wondering where recent WWE hire Stephanie Vaquer is, well, PW Insider reports that the international superstar is dealing with a visa issue. Vaquer will be able to work in the US once the paperwork is taken care of. A Ringside Intel also discussed a fan theory that WWE may be holding off on her debut to coincide with its upcoming season premieres. They noted that NXT and SmackDown will premiere on new stations, the CW and USA Network respectively. Are you guys excited for Stephanie Vaquer's debut? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, fans upset with Cody Rhodes. There are some concerning complaints from fans who reportedly attended the recent Fanatics Fest in New York City and had a less than pleasant experience. WWE's partnership with Fanatics has led to the WWE making the most of monetizing fan experiences where fans can meet and greet with some of their favorite superstars. However, some complaints concerning the recent Fanatics Fest in New York City apparently wasn't a smooth experience for everyone. The event, which features various talent from the sports world, also had a large WWE contingent. However, some fans report that the event was disorganized and consequently they were unable to meet wrestlers they bought tickets to see. This ex-user said, "Screw you Fanatics, your Fanatics Fest is an absolute joke. I had my Cody Rhodes photo up at 12 but didn't get the email that it was changed to 10:30 AM till 11:27 PM. I was told to come back at 10 past 1 and at 20 past 2 we were told he left and are getting refunds." Another fan tweeted their disappointment, "Damn, Cody Rhodes left. This sucks. I had my outfit and a gift for Libby. I'm so disappointed." Another fan criticized how disorganized the event was run. Fanatics Fest had to be the most unorganized thing I've ever been to, and don't blame Epic for the organization of the event was literally off the hook, talent not knowing what to do and plus times being switched very unprofessional for the first time. While a small sampling of tweets is hardly a scientific measure of how the event went, they raise questions about how the event was run. If there are flaws in the operation, they need to be addressed and customers need to be compensated for their trouble. Tickets to these events, not to mention the cost of meet and greets, are not cheap, and some fans travel to them as they are unavailable back home. Simply issuing refunds for the event might not be enough. Like any business, bad word of mouth travels fast, and if fans feel the WWE and Fanatics are just making a fast cash grab, it could backfire. WWE superstars involved with Fanatics could help the situation too. Next up, the Wyatt Six's next target is... And now that the Wyatt Six appear to be finished with Chad Gable, some fans have pointed to a recent tweet from Uncle Howdy and his cadre of creeps, claiming that Ivy Nile is now the group's next target. The Wyatt Six tweeted an obscured photo with the caption "Last Chance" and this message. Ringside News mentioned, the cryptic message when decoded simply read, "Life is a series of last chances." Many fans also believe that the distorted image is that of Ivy Nile, who betrayed Maxine Dupri on Raw last week. Do you think Ivy Nile is the Wyatt Six's next target? Could this lead to Nikki Cross making an in-ring debut as a member of the Wyatt Six? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.